Hey there, I'm Michael Jr. And today I want to talk about some of the classic Super Mario Brothers games. I'd like to start with Mario Brothers, the original 1993 two-player game that introduced Luigi. That was it's kind of like a mini game of that in Super Mario Bros. 3, and then the Super Mario Advance games include that. But everything has changed how all the Super Mario Advance games had to have Mario Brothers in it. Even the one that's Mario 3, like, it's kind of redundant. Could they put other similar Mario games as bonuses, like could they put Wrecking Crew in one and Doctor Mario in another and stuff like that? But Mario Brothers it is a fun game. Maybe it's not the best one, but it's a good time racer. Then there's Super Mario Brothers. In fact, let me tell you, I remember when I was looking at my Game Genie for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I was kind of confused by seeing Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers, but both listed. I'm like, what's the difference? At the time, I wasn't really familiar with Mario Brothers as a game, outside being a mini game in Mario 3. As a kid, I often refer to games as just like Mario and Mario 2, Mario 3, as opposed to Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3. In fact, I still pretty much refer them that way. And for a lot of the other games, when I refer to the titles, I usually skip the super part, so I refer to Super Mario World as Mario World, and Super Mario Sunshine as Mario Sunshine. With the mix of the new Super Mario Bros. Series, those I always refer to them by the full titles of the new Super Mario Bros., or the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, and so on. But I need to keep talking about what I'm supposed to be talking about. Anyway, the Super Mario Bros. Remember when I first played that? That's one of the first Nintendo games I remember seeing and possibly playing. They had a Duck Hunt and Paperboy and Kung Fu and there's a Gaiden. Yeah, that was one of the first ones I remember seeing people play. Yeah. I can't really remember if my first exposure to Mario was through Super Mario Bros. The video game, or was it through the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. It would have been one of those two. Yeah, it was just kind of a great one. Remember when I was first getting into the game, there's some things I felt kind of scared of at first. I would be a little scared when playing or seeing people play the dungeon, seeing those firewalls from Bowser. I would get a little scared by the arrows throwing. I think it might have been scared of the piranha plants for a short while. I was kind of scared of like the Spinies at first. Like, it took a long time for me to want to play a little 4-1, but eventually I did. That's right, I see people play a little after that one where they're underground. I thought that was kind of cool when they had a secret beanstalk, which leads to a certain mushroom level with all the warp pipes. That was kind of cool. And recently, I've realized that the Super Mario Bros. Is one of the few more games that doesn't really have any themed levels or themed worlds. Like a lot of Mario games start having themes for the worlds, but Super Mario Bros. Almost any level could be in any world. That wouldn't really make a difference. I mean, there's two nighttime worlds, and yeah. I was kind of annoyed the first time I realized that the dungeon in World 5, I think it's World 5 dungeon, not the World 4. So I thought it was kind of annoying how there'd be a pattern. So I was kind of surprised when I was noticing that, because I hadn't noticed it before. I mean, in Mario games, it's kind of great how easy they can be, because, even if they're hard, there are easy ways that you can skip worlds. That's kind of impressive. And then there's the Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2, also known as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, as it's called on Super Mario All Stars. Remember seeing the commercials for Super Mario All Stars and hearing about the Lost Levels. I wonder what it was. One time I saw someone who had the game, so I was playing it and saw what the Lost Levels was, like thinking, why they call it Lost Levels? Somebody told me those for Super Mario Bros. Are rejected. But they found the truth that it was actually the real Super Mario Bros. 2. And yeah, I think it was really hard. I remember playing it then. I was a little bit surprised with the poisonous mushroom and stuff. But a few more years before I played it again, I learned more about the history of it. And not only that, I want to play, but it take a while. I would play a download version on the Wii. You notice how hard it was. I thought, no wonder they didn't release it in America. I mean, the first level was really hard. they have some of those pattern levels, and not just in the dungeons. Where there's at least one regular level that uses the pattern. Like, it's kind of hard. There's the wind that kind of blows at times. Or as far as one of the dungeons, can't remember which dungeon it was. Like, there's one that had a hammer brother. Like, it's kind of hard. And then there's Super Mario Bros. 2, the American version. Yeah, it was kind of a fun game, and it's kind of different. Like, remember at the time I started playing it, I was pleased that it didn't have a timer like a lot of the other ones. It was kind of interesting how it was one player, and how you could play as Peach or Toad. In fact, that's the first time I knew that Toad was called Toad, even though I'd seen the animated series, so if no, it was Toad. For some reason, I didn't. And it's like a lot of the bad guys, a lot like Triclide and Cobra and Mouser and Fry Guy and Wart. It's the same of these characters that return again. I mean, yeah. Yeah, a lot of characters like Birdos and Bob-Omb and Saga have, but there's also a lot that haven't. A lot of the really best ones haven't returned. Actually, Bob-Omb's all kind of cool characters. And even though Super Mario Bros. 2 is an American version of the Japanese game Doki Doki Panic with Mario characters, it does have a few elements that are regular Mario games. Like the first Mario game where each world will be themed somehow, even though there's two desert worlds. Remember I used the Game Genie, I could get to the last level, but it still took a long time for me to be able to beat it. In fact, there's a lot of games I had trouble beating with the Game Genie. Then the Super Mario Bros. 3, and that saved how the Mario games would go on to be. Because, that one they started doing a lot more power-ups. Like, the first game we had the Mushroom and the Star and the Fire Flower. And those will continue for most of the Mario games. And the Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2 only had the Poisonous Mushroom, which hasn't been any regular Mario games since. But this one they have a lot of cool stuff, like the leaf that can make you a raccoon, or the Tanuki suit, which had the sensor power, or the Hammer Brother suit. And they have themed worlds, and it's the first Mario game to use a map, which will continue for a lot of Mario games. Yeah, I think it's the first Mario game where you had limited continues, and it's a lot like the whistle, which you use to skip worlds. Yeah. I see a lot of the times on a line, see people refer to World 8 as being so hard. Remember when I was playing it, I didn't think World 8 was that hard. I mean, level 8-1 was really hard. So it looks like more like a regular level. Because I'm not talking about the first level of World 8, but the first one that actually has a number. Like, that was really hard. But like when you think about it, I feel like World 6 is a lot harder than World 8. Yeah, they're a lot of cool worlds. Well, a lot like World 7, where you use the pipe maze. Yeah, and we also like a lot of those characters introduced in this. I think this will probably have more characters than the previous Mario games, so more new characters. And the final Mario game we'll be talking about today, or at least in this video, will be Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. And Super Mario World was the Super Nintendo game that I played the most often in that Mario Paint. Like my grandparents had a Super Nintendo, so me and my cousins could play when we were over, but those were the only games they had. And there were too many people who I would visit often who had the Super Nintendo. Like some of my cousins who live way out of town would visit had Super Nintendo and Super Mario All-Stars, so you could play them. But Super Mario World was a really fun game. I really like the feather, which gives you a cape. I kind of like that better than my raccoon Mario. I liked Yoshi. I like all the secret keys, the secret Star Wars. I always thought it was really cool whenever Yoshi could get rings, like if he eats a blue cell, or if it's a blue Yoshi. Yeah, some things are kind of far. Or the first time I saw the Big Boo and the game, I was scared at first, even though I was aware that there was a giant ghost. I would eventually get over it, but it would also take a little while for me to want to face that. But for a long time, like managed to get the last level, I had trouble beating Bowser. Then if you use a go, I was reading that you're supposed to throw object up in the air and hit Bowser. I think I might try jumping at Bowser maybe, or jumping up and throwing, or I'm supposed to just throw him up and have him hit Bowser. But I gotta agree, World was the first It has a game that I downloaded. I think they took a month or two before I beat it. But yeah, it was a victory. Planning to do more videos on Super Mario Brothers soon, including adaptations, and I might do other Mario games in the future.